Here's what I got on the summer edition of the NAMAC event at the end of July. At the table of Tom's Modelauto's, I bought two Mini GT and number 748, the Lamborghini Rivielto and Blue Ilios. So I'm not going to open these up right now. I'm going to throw these in the box with the premium stuff I still need to review. Number 807, the Huracan Starato in Blue Egir. There you go, Automobili Lamborghini. Stamp of approval. And then they also brought some stuff that I had ordered from them online. This J Collection chase that is made by IXO. This is the parent company of IXO, but distributed by Tarmac Works. Regular version in red is €13. I paid €15 for the chase. So raw chase with some red accents on it. Nissan Skyline GTR 32 is what this is. So my first example of the J Collection. At normal price they're too expensive for me, but the chase fits just within my chase limit budget. So yeah, again, we'll take a look at that when I review the premium stuff one day. More chases from Johnny Lightning. This Chevrolet Hearse from 1957, hobby exclusive special edition. Fantastic facts. You can freeze the frame if you want to read that. So a white Lightning chase, everything white that you can see. Yeah, kind of out of proportion and stuff like that. Typical Johnny Lightning, but you know, this was not too expensive. Normal version was reduced in price from €10 to €6, and it was €8 for the chase. 2021 production, so already an older item. But they still have these chases pop up their website every now and then. AutoWorld Modern Muscle, 2019 Chevy Camaro ZL1 1LE, regular release satin steel gray, and this is the ultra red chase version, unpainted base and ultra red body, and then the white interior. So normal version €9 and paid 11 for the chase. This is 2021 also. And then we got just a normal release from Greenlight, from the vintage ad cars. This 1968 Volkswagen Type 2 T2 for €9. Series 10 already. And this is very interesting. You know, when I saw this color combination, I thought, well, it's striking to me, and I can't quite put my finger on it why. And then I read the advertisement. I'm not going to do that now on video. You can freeze the frame if you want to and read that. But when you read the advertising, it all makes sense as to why this seemed familiar to me. So very cool ad and a very cool version or release by Greenlight. Has nothing to do with the Harlequin versions that they have done. That might be the first thing that some of you think of, but that is not what this is. So I do open up these Greenlights because they take up too much space with their silly American packaging. So serial number 3915. That's kind of high. But yeah, very sweet version. Definitely if you know what it refers to. It's got the blue interior. Don't see that very often. And it's even got lensed taillights. So, and headlights, of course, too. Yeah, very nice. Interior sits a little bit high on this one. You can see the side, the panels, door panels popping up, and the side panels here on the back. So that's, and the dashboard is also a little bit high up there. So it's a little bit of an error, but it's not that bad. Then from my favorite couple, bought a few loose cars, as I often do. This Mercedes-Benz 300 SL by Hot Wheels is from a 2020 Team Transport release. First release of this casting, actually. I already have this, but you know, for €5. I picked up another one. It's got a few paint chips. They're not that hard to... I mean, they're not that... I don't know what to... how to explain, but because the vehicle is painted silver, it's not that obvious. That's probably the word I was looking for. This one I did not have yet. Lotus Esprit S1, so a 2024 Pop Culture 007 release. Rio Sada casting. So yeah, definitely a sweet one. And I was very pleased to find this. So this Mercedes-Benz E-Class All-Terrain in a German police livery, Polizei. But this is not just an ordinary SOS Cars release. No, this was in a Mercedes-Benz E-Class All-Terrain emergency box. So kind of a gift bag with, I think, 4 of these in there. Still has the lift gate that opens up, but there's of course the thing in there that has the lights and the siren working, because this is yeah, just not a regular police car. It's one that has working lights and siren. Siren is down here. Luckily comes with a screw now, so you can open these up, which was not the case before. And batteries were flat, but I was able to replace them. So very cool, great find. €3 for this. I got a kind of a deal, so I paid even a little bit less, but it's very unusual for them to give me a discount. Siku Porsche 911 Turbo S in a similar German police livery. Still has the lights part of the window piece. That is not often the case anymore with Siku. Generic rims, but rubber tires. Opening doors. Nice interior. It's got the separate piece for the light bar, of course. It's the 992 model. So also €3. I thought, no, that's a good deal. In store, they are double that. Next seller had this Schuco Junior Line 1/64 scale BMW X5. This is made by High Speed. So I was asking 6, I offered him 5 and he agreed. Definitely not a BMW 127. I think that's some kind of a, I don't know, code he uses, whatever. Uniquefinds.nl is the seller. So yeah, let's take a look at this. These aren't considered very collectible because they're, you know, quote unquote cheap Chinese diecast, but I like these. Whether they are true to scale, that is questionable. There you go. It says High Speed on the base. They are kind of comparable to Norev in a way. They got the plastic base, got some exhaust detail, and also the tips are painted. They have authentic rims but plastic tires, and then they have full details, full deco. These yeah, most of the time come with a license plate, I believe. But you can also see some nice detail inside, like the rear view mirror in the middle there on the roof. And yeah, good looking interior, so that's why I like these. They're not bad at all. I'll put that aside in an orderly fashion, not make too much of a mess. Then I was very surprised to find these RW diecast models since 1999. Aston Martin Valkyrie, licensed and imported to Europe by a Italian toy company. They just put a sticker over the original packaging. Comes in 2 colors. So unlike the French, the Italians don't bother making their own Italian packaging. They just use the original packaging and put a sticker on there. €5 I paid for these. They kind of make me think of KinSmart, the poster cars. That's what they kind of look like. So we got rubber tires, authentic rims, and nice details like lensed headlights. It's got a plastic base. No tempo on the taillights or the exhaust or anything, so nothing in the rear, just on the top, and in front it says Valkyrie on the license plate. So nice model. I think for what you get, worth the money. And this seller also had this Bugatti Divo, also licensed. And it also comes in 2 colors. So same info on the base. These are screwed together. A bit of plastic on there. Very nice color, kind of a Spectra Frost. This does get the taillights and the license plate. No lens headlights, just black painted. Bugatti logo in the front there. Mirrors molded into the doors. So this one, I believe, has cameras. Yeah, this one has cameras, the Valkyrie. Cool. Nice finds, something different and I hadn't seen before. This was a funny one. Racing Champions, Hot Tracks. If you saw the Diecast Dude review of this event, he actually picked it up and looked at it, kind of in how do you call that? Disgust, probably. Yeah, I thought this was funny and it was cheap, so. 98 Degrees, 2001 copyright is the boys band, I guess. This is kind of a merchandise for. Yeah, it's Racing Champions car, so it's not very good, but you know, funny thing from the past. I thought, for that kind of money, I'll buy it. Next vendor, I found this beauty. AHC models from Epe in Holland, made in Spain. I paid €5 for this. The next NAMAC event, I found this mint in the original case, so not going to spend time on this now. We'll look at it next time. Then the next seller had a bunch of Corgi stuff, mostly bigger scales, but he had these smaller ones. Remember, I got the full box at the previous NAMAC event, but I was missing some cars that were depicted on the back here. And well, you know, this seller, which is a different seller from the one I got the box from, he had most of the ones I was missing. He was asking €2, and I believe it was 6 for €10. And then because I bought a few things, he even gave me an extra discount, so I ended up paying a little over €1.50 for these, which I think is a pretty good deal, considering these are, I have a high regard of these. They have a plastic base. This is the Lexus SC430 in 159 scale, but an all metal body. You can see all the champagne colored metal part that goes all the way to the base. Got the plastic exhausts sticking out there. These have nice details and a very nice interior, very detailed for being a basic Chinese model, but they're all licensed, of course. Crisp details in the front, very nice. First example I have of this casting. So it's got the hard top foldable roof. Sweet. And then we get a bunch of Germans. This one was not depicted on the picture in the back. This was possibly from another set, or they did not feel the need to depict this on the box. Who knows? But this is a beautiful Volkswagen microbus, the Type 2 T1 to be precise, Samba van, it says on the plate. A nice red interior that contrasts nicely with the blue and cream on the outside. It's got the soft top painted on there and the Alpine windows. Sweet. And it's got a black steering wheel, so kinds of different shades and colors. Porsche 911. This one was on the box, I believe. No, it wasn't. There's a different Porsche 911 there. So the Carrera S in 158 scale. Looks to be a 997. Again, nice details. A bit of different silver paint, it seems, for the headlights, which is a nice touch. Again, good looking interior. Then we got the BMW M3 E46. This one was on there in Phoenix yellow. I don't know how accurate the color is, but you know, at least they made an attempt. 159 scale. Again, very nicely tempoed up, looking cool. And then there's two more I did not have an example of. Two sedans. Here's the Audi A8 in 163 scale in a nice metallic green. The dark gray interior. Awesome. And we end with the Mercedes. This one also not on the back here. The Audi was, but the Mercedes wasn't. E-Class, the W211. probably the worst quality Mercedes they ever made. And this is the E55 AMG in 161 scale. So it's got the quad exhausts, which are not very visible from the back. Cool looking. Dark gray interior again. Yeah, very pleased with these. And he also had this Super Haulers transit van. So yeah, very good price on this. RAC transit van to be precise. Here's a few of the other ones. Most of them very British indeed. 2001 copyright, but this made in China. So no made in Great Britain for these. They are metal on metal, so heavy pieces. RAC, Royal Automobile Club, roadside assistance. I don't know if we can read that on the door. It's very small. Maybe on your big screen you can read that. Looks like RAC Motorway Services, it says on there. Took out the lens headlights. No mirrors. A bit of packaging rub. Yeah, it's been in the packaging for too long. Probably get that off. Yeah, cool. Then the next vendor had two of these Norev Renault Megane coupe convertible, coupe convertible, coupe cabriolet, I should say, in this Renault Toys packaging. I tried to make a deal with him, but he said they're already reduced in price, so I'm not giving any discounts, but that seller usually doesn't give discounts. So I only took this one. The other one was just a plain version. These advertising ones are usually kind of more a bigger value, so, and I did not have the Nestle Galak version, white chocolate. 2003 Megane. So it's got suspension, metal on metal, it's got the silly trailer hitch, got the lens headlights, and the hardtop comes off. Kind of fiddly. I probably should take these pegs out first in the back, and then, yeah, like that. And these have a nice interior, of course. Yeah, cool stuff. And then you put it back kind of the same way. There you go. I was very pleased to find a few more of these BMW packaging dealership available BMWs. This is the i3. If you want to read that, freeze the frame and use Google Lens. It says it comes in 3 colors, silver, white, and orange. And I'm glad this seller had the orange one. €5 each. I don't think I try to haggle on the price. I think if you find these, they're so rare, and they're €5 just, I thought just pay the price. So I think these were China exclusive or something like that. Not sure. Although they probably were available at BMW dealerships here in Europe too after a while, who knows. So plastic base, scale 1/64. It's got rubber tires. nicely detailed. Even got the license plate. Got the side mirrors, which are separate pieces. That's a nice touch. Full deco, of course. Nice interior. Yeah. Sweet. Cool stuff. And then we got the i8. This one does not say in what other colors it came, but I think I have a silver version of this already. Not 100% sure. And this one's got a plastic inner. That's much easier to get it out. 164 i8. So same features, of course. Nice blue color. This one's got mirrors that are part of the casting, so not that nice as the i3, but this does get, well, I mean, this one got painted taillights, the i3, and the i8 got the lensed taillights. And again, nice interior. Cool. Then the next seller, I got this mini racer MC Toy Ferrari. Yeah, it was only €1, so Ferrari 250 GTO. So I was not going to leave that behind for this little money. MC Toy, not McToy, as some people say. That's ridiculous. MC for Mei Chung. Got some suspension. Got the Street Cars logo with the Italian flag in it. Headlights silver. And that's it. Not bad. This was too funny, whoopsie, to not pick up. Big Trab. So a Trabant monster truck. How funny is that? It's also MC Toy, by the way, which later became Maisto. I'm not going to open this up because the card also is just too good to throw away. It's got all the stats on the Trabant. So this was made for Gegu Spielwaren in Germany. Number 300 or 480. It's got the DDR on the roof, but the D and the R crossed out, and just the D from Deutschland is left over. Yeah, there you can see MC Toy. And then the zipper through the West and East Germany. Yeah, good stuff. It's just funny. Had to have it. This next seller was a German guy with a beard and wild hair, and kind of looked like an IT guy. And he had very good prices. He had this Nissan Skyline 2024 copyright, 2024 production. So the 1999 Nissan Skyline GTR V-Spec R34. And this nice silver. I think I have this in a kind of a champagne color too. So he was asking €5, and then because I bought some stuff from him, he gave me a discount and ended up only paying $4 for this. That's ridiculous. I had this on my wish list from Tom's, but that was twice the money. So glad I was able to snag this for this little. So metal base, but a plastic rear piece here. That's interesting. So you got a nice detailed exhaust. That is plastic. 3886 is the serial number. R34. So rubber tires, of course. Lens headlights with a print on them. Seems like it has an opening hood or bonnet. Let's see if I can get that open with my device from the Swiss Army knife. I'm not sure if it will open. It's meant to open. It's just, oh yeah, there you go. Nice. Nice details in there. I like that. That's definitely a separate piece, that engine. Faux show. Nice gray interior. And then painted taillights. Cool. Oh yeah, one downside of these is of course these tiny baby mirrors that are part of the window piece. Don't know why they ever decided to do that. That definitely lets it down, but other than that, sweet. Also from this IT looking guy, this Corgi wheels set, London scene. I don't have an example of this black taxi cab, so I had to have that, of course. And it's cool to have a London bus with that too, because I have a collection of those too. And this seems to be kind of scale-wise, 164-ish. Seems to be, you know, pretty okay. So 10 euro, I got it for 8. And this is made in China also. 2005 copyright. Route Master and LTI taxi. And on the back it shows some other sets. So this is the one I got. Cool. Let's see what it will take to get these off, because I did not prepare this particular one. Yeah, they got these thingies on there, which is no biggie, because I did get my what do you call these, snippers, to cut these off. So let's hope that works. Yeah, because I was kind of anticipating they would have these little cable wires, or whatever you call those, holding these down. I'm going to have to cut them on both sides, right? Otherwise, that probably won't come off, is my guess. Whoopsie, that one jumped into my lap. There you go. Let's see if I can yank these off. Yeah, lots of garbage, but that's something we have to deal with later. I have to deal with later, not you. You just get to watch. All right, heavy bus, plastic base. I kind of like these wheels. They're okay looking. London Transport, some advertising for the Transport Museum. London Bridge is the destination. Well, probably not. Catch a bus, go to a cinema. Destination is on top of there. There you go, same stuff as there is in the front. It's got the metal staircase to the top level, but it's closed, it's not open. That's a bummer. Starting to run out of space here. Also from that same guy, I got this short version of the limited edition gift pack, Series 10. Apparently these were sold at Rossman. Diecast dude sent me a picture of these back in the day, 2024, and I thought they were going to, from then on, only do these to save space and stuff like that, but apparently they were just a kind of a special order from a Rossmann, which is a German store, and yeah, they just made these for them. So normally they are at an angle and the box is bigger, and now they're just parked next to one another. Kind of like that. Takes up less space, and you know, looks like a parking lot. You know, it's a parking garage in the back. It's not bad. I would not have minded if they had gone for this packaging from then on, but yeah, it was just for this store. So ended up paying only €8, so I don't mind getting another one of these for that kind of money. I forgot to look at the taxi. Yeah, that can happen with me. So metal on metal, surprisingly, that is cool. So it just says London Taxi, and then TX1 Taxi right there, and then Corgi here. Plastic wheels, nicely detailed in front, even got some orange on that taxi sign on top. It's got doors that open up, so we got these fold up seats in the front there, and then the regular seats in the back. We got two-tone taillights. Yeah, there's some fireworks going off outside. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm very pleased with this. Yeah, that's definitely a great addition to the London cab and the taxi collection overall. Getting some more debris off the table. Then next seller, I got a bunch. Well, maybe I can continue with some other stuff here. Oh man, drop that again. Wait for this and then this. Yeah, let's take a look at this one. Another vendor had this Matchbox hitch and haul set in the ink livery. So Matchbox construction zones, what it's called. It was €5. This is the yellow cement mixer on the packaging, but this is the one with the gray cement mixer. So kind of a variation on that. This is a great set too, but yeah, unobtainium for an affordable price. So glue is already letting go. So yeah, needed this for the ink collection. Not really care for the accessories, oversized barrel or wheel barrel, what you call that, and these unpainted people. Yeah, not very impressive. They do a better job nowadays. So the tilt and tip, so this tilts to one side, yeah, to the left. All metal chassis here. Well, it's got a plastic insert in there. And a metal cab, kind of a Matchbox original. And then it's got the trailer hitch for the cement trailer, like that. I think this turns. No, it doesn't. Okay, so what you see is bluish metal. Yeah, of course this is old stuff, but you know, finally have it to the ink collection. This thing was sitting on a table in clear view. It immediately drew my attention. This beautiful old Majorette from the 600 series. It's called the Transport Fusée, so the rocket transporter. Shows you the other stuff in the set on the back. Got this in my childhood collection. think I got this one too. I've got a version of this. Yeah, so cool stuff. And not only that, was made and, oh, my camera is really having a hard time. Made and printed in France, 1/87 scale, and it was only €7.50. Can you believe that? So it's not yellowed or anything. This box is in almost perfect condition. Just got a little dent here, and that might have happened to when it was thrown in my bag with the other stuff. Not sure. Yeah, not yellowed, not brittle, just great nick. Of course, I had to clean it up a little bit, as most of the stuff that I buy needs some cleaning up. But yeah, what a beauty. I'm not sure what American truck this is. Is it a Peterbilt or Kenworth or a Aerodyne? No, that's not. That's a model. That's not a make. So it probably is a Kenworth because I guess. Yeah, who knows? Well, some of you probably do, but I don't. Yeah, really nice find. Very pleased with that. That's the stuff you can find at NAMAC. Let's continue with this loose stuff here. All from one seller. He was selling this for his brother-in-law who was too sick to come to the event. Let's continue with Majorette. Everything was €1.50, and then I got a kind of a package deal, so it was even, there were €1.22 they ended up. There was 2 of these limousines, made in France, Majorette, customs, but with a complete aerial on the back. It's got the sliding sunroofs. Cool stuff. So whenever I can find these for around €1, I pick these up from my limousine junkyard. So he made 2 identical customs. You'd think they were sold like that because they're that identical, but they're customs for sure. Here we got the Dépanneuse, the tow truck. Also made in France. This one's got a few flea bites. Well, most of them have a few paint chips, but you know, they were fairly cheap and complete. So that's why I got this Auto Assistance. Cool for the tow truck collection. Corgi, made in Great Britain, Ford Sierra 2.3 liter Gia. I already have this, but mine does not have these 2 tan stripes on the bottom. So pick these up as a variation. Headlights part of the window piece. And the taillights part of the interior. Another Corgi, made in Great Britain, the Ferrari 308 GTS. Says Ferrari on the side. It's got the Italian flag colors on the front and the prancing horse, Il Cavallino Rampante. So tan interior with a black steering wheel and dashboard. Cool. Also got some Hot Wheels. This is the Good Humor truck. This is kind of old. Let's see my notes here. 1988 from the Workhorses release. Very cool. Whenever I can find these metal body ones, I pick them up. If they're reasonably priced, of course. The 35, sorry. Classic Caddy. Let's see. Second release from 1983 with the white walls. Very cool. Metal on metal. Awesome. And we got the Auburn 852, also with the white walls. This is a 1983 release. Metal on metal also, but the fenders in plastic. Then we got the Mercedes 540K, also metal on metal, just got the black walls. This was the first release from 1982. I like the exhaust pipes here in metal sticking out of the hood or bonnet. It's missing the top, of course. You can see the gap there. Then we got something way cheaper this summer. Benz 500K, made in Hong Kong. So the light green is metal, everything else is plastic. Proportions aren't that great. Although, yeah, this is plastic. This plastic is actually painted glass black. You see that? It's non-glass at the bottom, that then on the top they painted it glass black. Maybe it's customized, or maybe, though it seems like it was like that from the factory. And then some kind of a deteriorated rubber tire on the back as a spare wheel. Interesting, but not very good. Then we get to the more modern Mercedes. Again, a Hot Wheels, the 380 SEL. Not in the best condition, but you know, good enough for me to pick up, because you don't come across these very often here. This is, let's see, first release from 1982 in the Hot Ones. It's got the doggy in the back. Also a S-Class Mercedes from similar to that Hot Wheels, but this is by Edocar. Well, actually, it's an MC toy, but sold by Edocar. Nice blue with the tan interior. Of course, doesn't have that quality feel that the Hot Wheels does, but nice enough. Another Edocar, the Benz 500 SEC, or Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes is just above there. This has a more quality feel to it, even though it is half plastic. It's got the opening hood or bonnet, and it's got a metal engine underneath there. How nice is that? Also got the tan interior. And staying with the F500 SEC, this is a YatMing. This one does not say Mercedes, just says Benz. This is repainted. Usually it comes with a racing livery. This is just a nice silver color. Chrome front end, metal on metal, and apparently it belonged to Urine at one time. Written differently than my name. He also had some carded stuff. Oh well, maybe, yeah, I'm going to do these first, the loose cars. These were the only ones that were a little bit more expensive. He was asking €5 for them, but I said, you know, they have paint chips. I never pay €5 for old Norev that have paint chips, so he let me have them for €5 for both of them, so €2.50 each. So we got the Norev Mini Jet, made in France, Ford Escort and Citroën GS. So this one's the oldest one of the two. This one was available from 1975 till 1981. It's got opening doors, and it's got an interior that is metal and part of the base, interestingly. So all metal this thing is, except for the wheels. And then in 1981 they released this one with a plastic interior. No steering wheel yet, but does have the seats and the cover in the back. No opening part. So still metal on metal, but with the plastic interior. It's got the trailer hitch. So only in 1981 these would have been sold together in the same year. The different, definitely different styling and fabrication. Then we get to the carded stuff. Coca-Cola boxes, so that means Edocar, they had the Coca-Cola license. Meisto or MC Toy or Mei Chang Group did not. but Edocar did have the Coca-Cola license. So the delivery truck, I'm not sure if these are MC Toy or Maisto anyway, but I'm just saying that because they did a lot of collabs with MC Toy. This is Hard Toy, Inc. 1988, made in China. So metal cab, metal chassis, and then a chrome plastic grille that says track, something like that. Yeah, seems to say track. Odd. And then and it also looks a bit bent. If you look at it like that, I don't know, looks off. And then a plastic box on the back with doors that seem to open. I hope I don't break them trying to open them. I'm not going to bother. It's going to be too fiddly, and I want to destroy it. I think the other one is Hard Toy also, the Firebird. Does it say a year on here? No. Usually on Edocar it does say a year, but not on these. Again, Hard Toy Inc. 1988. It's a plastic base metal body. This one's got the opening doors. Plastic back end. Not a bad model. Not at all. And he also, the last two he had were these. Yeah, what do you call these? Orient Cars Série Luxe en métal, fabriqué en Thaïlande. So definitely a French packaging. Of course, very pleased to find this Volvo 244DL. This one I'm going to open up. This one I'm not going to open up. It's some American car I don't know anything about. So I'm just going to keep that carded because I'm not going to put this in my loose collection. But this one I am. So let's open this up and have a gander. It's got a crooked base in the front, so oh, YatMing, look at that. That's interesting. Made in Thailand. Some corrosion on the base. It's got a interesting colored interior. Steering wheel does look like a 244 steering wheel. That's awesome. Doors close okay, not the best, but you know, they've been open for a very long time. It's got the scratch on the side from the factory and some limited paint on there. Good looking back end. All metal casting. Got the Volvo logo on the boot or trunk. 3 crowns on the roof, and then Volvo 244DL with Swedish flag on the hood or bonnet. So then we got that that crooked front end. It is riveted together normally, so I don't know what caused that crookedness. I think, yeah, this fender here needs to fit in between there, and it kind of got blocked and never got, you know, put in there properly. It's kind of a tight fit, so must have had a lot of examples had this failure probably. Then a vendor that goes by the name Sushi had a few interesting things. This Majorette motor, 5 meters per second. This goes, no batteries or anything required. This is a pullback, of course. It shows you how it works. as if, yeah. Well, I guess for a kid it could be interesting. €3 this was, printed in France, so probably made in Thailand. I did find a year for this. This was available from 1980 till 1983. So let's see if I can get this out of there. It's not in mint condition. I don't know what happened to it, but yeah, flimsy packaging, of course. That does not help with keeping something in great nick. So Majorette motor on the base, international patent pending. It was made in France, look at that. So it's got plastic wheels, but the back have a insert in rubber. And yeah, the more you push it back, the further it goes, of course, and faster. Just one screw in front. So it's got stickers on there, Elf, fuel company, and the number 9. I already had one of these in much better nick that I bought loose, this blue one. So in case you did not realize, these depict a Renault Alpine A310. So yeah, I kind of like the blue one. I already had better, but you know, I wanted that packaging to add to the collection. This might have been customized with the taillights, I'm not sure, but yeah. There you go. And then Sushi also had this beauty. So he was asking €45 for this, but I think because I already bought stuff from him in the past, and you know, I know him by his well, nickname, I could say, Sushi. I got a pretty good deal on that, €30. I don't know if that's a good value or not, but it was to me. It's a very nice breakdown truck in 155 scale, so a little bit bigger than 164. It shows you the features. I got that school bus, so I can replicate that scene. It doesn't say where it's made, whether it's made in Germany or in China. Interestingly, I could not find it anywhere. It did find a copyright from Freightliner from 2001. So that's when the copyright was first established, I guess. And then, yeah, they had some later releases probably. This is taped up. And yeah, on 3 sides. I did take the tape off from this side and this side, but I did not realize there was some tape on the bottom too. So that much for preparation. And there you go. So of course, very heavy, being Siku, lots of metal on it. Let's see if I can just, yeah, I can just take it out like that. That's cool. So a plastic base. Got the Freightliner copyright on there. Got 3 axles in the back with Julies. That's very nice. It's got an opening hood. Got some engine detail there. Some cooling tubes from the radiator going into the engine. Lots of details, of course, full deco. Got, yeah, it's not paint loss, it's just some impurities on that silver. Got the side mirrors and the sun visor. Nice looking interior. Smokestacks. the lights on the back, all these little storage possibilities. So let's see how this works. So you got these feet that probably come out. Ooh, that plastic seems very brittle. And these feet, yeah, they come out like that. There's no side riggers, something like that, to stabilize it when towing. Just from the back there. And then there's a whole construction back here. And I'm not sure of how this works. I think you have to pull out something. Yeah, like that. So this is there's two hooks actually. There's two hooks. And then when this is out, you can lower this like that. That's as far as it goes. And then there's, can you pull this out also? I don't know. Maybe you can. I think you can lower this. Yeah, of course you can. Because it's got these cylinders. So you can lower that. They are resisting a lot. This is of course old and has never been used. And like this, if you lower it. Of course, it's not made for transporting cars, but for transporting, you know, like that school bus, trucks and buses, and yeah. I think vans would be the smallest stuff you would haul with this, but even that might be, I mean, it has to be a big van, right? And then I think you can also lower these hooks somehow, if you probably use these things to loosen them, yeah. Or you can do them separately. So you can just do one hook with this wheel, or you can do both of them. Oh yeah, you can use the other one like that. That's cool. Yeah, so there's a lot of playability here. Cool stuff. And then the last item I got from my buddy JK. He brought it from Japan for me. It's new for 2025, as you can see here. You can also tell by this number here, 25, that is also the year on the back. Toyota official licensed product, the Toyota Century SUV. I didn't even know this thing existed. I know the sedan, the Century. Did not know they had a SUV version of it. Makes total sense, of course, nowadays. Made in Vietnam, 171 scale. Okay, so they had to shrink that one down by a lot. 2024. It says on the base. It's got suspension, of course. No opening part, it seems. Nope, but it does have lensed headlights. That is sweet. Or just a basic Atomica toy car. So suspension and lensed headlights. And nicely detailed in the rear. Bumpers are part of the plastic base. But still has a nice weighty feel to it, because these back windows, for example, are metal and not a part of the plastic window piece. And this back window is also metal, so yeah. So just got the windows here, and then everything else is metal. So no plastic roof either, all metal. So makes it feel heavier than it probably would if they had put windows in there. So yeah, nice model. Thanks for watching.